crochet tends to lend itself a little bit more to the girly pop side of things. And so a question that I get a lot in my comments is, what do I crochet for the masculine people in my life? And so I started thinking about it a lot, and I started doing some research, and today we're going to talk about 19 more masculine or neutral things that you can crochet. Before we dive in, if you've never seen any of my list videos before, throughout the video I'm going to be throwing out some inspiration photos over here as we talk about these different items. Most of these photos are not my own, but if you want to see the original photos and the original creators, they can be found in the Pinterest board in the description below. Number one, we are starting off strong, and we are starting off quirky with ties, bow ties, and collars. I love these so much. I feel like I knew so many guys in college who would have loved to wear one of these like crochet bow ties. Like, they're totally quirky, but from a distance especially, they like look just like regular bow ties. So just like imagine going to like a dance wearing a bow tie, but then up close, it's crochet. Like, I love it. It's so much fun. Hi Tilly, are you joining us? We've got a Tilly butt. Come here, Tilly butt. Doing research for this video was the first time I'd seen these collars. I had not seen collars like this, but they're so cool. You just put them inside of another shirt and they look like a little collar, but they're just a crochet piece. And once again, it's one of those things where like when you're up close, you can be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool and unique. And I love this. I love this vibe. We're gonna get number two out of the way early because I feel like it's kind of the most obvious. I feel like everyone who's ever crocheted something for someone masculine in their life has made them a hat. But we're gonna talk about different types of hats, but we're gonna put all the hats into one section. So this is just hats, but let's talk about some different kinds of hats. If you've ever seen me talk about hats before and the kind of hats that Josh likes me to crochet for him, he loves mesh hats. These like mesh crochet hats that he can wear year round, especially in the summer, especially here in Nashville where it gets super, super hot. He loves having these mesh hats because it like lets a lot of airflow through. We have the classic beanie, of course. We have the classic bucket hat. I came across these like fishing hats while doing research for this video, and I love these. These are so cute. Oh, and lastly on hats, a hat that I think a lot of people don't think to make, but that are super cool, are hats with ponytails. So if the person that you're crocheting this for, or if it's for yourself, if you have longer hair and you like to have your hair in a ponytail, these ponytail hats are so cool. My dad has pretty long hair. It's like about to here, I would say now. And he has some of these crochet ponytail hats and loves them so much. Literally wears them all fall and all winter. Number three, you might recognize from my video of 101 gift ideas, a couch caddy. These are so cool. You literally crochet it to go over the side of the couch. And then you make the little pockets in the side of it to fit your different things. So if you have like an e-reader or your phone or your remote, crochet it however you need it to be. And then it just drapes over the couch. Not only does it like protect your couch from like your hand oils and stuff and like maybe even food potentially, but it also just like keeps all of your stuff organized and right there on the edge of the couch. As I'm going through this list, I'm realizing I really should have thought to do this video before Father's Day. You know what? Save this video for next Father's Day. Number four, on the theme kind of like caddies, look at these chair koozies. These are so cool. They're like koozies for your drink, but they like latch on to a chair. So if you're crocheting something for somebody who likes to go camping or likes to go fishing and likes to have a drink with them, this is so cool. You can even make it double-sided where, similar to the couch caddy, one side of it maybe holds their drink, but the other side of it holds like their phone or like their tablet or their e-reader, like whatever it is. You can make this super customizable for whatever you know that they like to have with them, and you can make it exactly in their style. I feel like this is kind of a given, but going off of this as kind of like a bonus, you can also just make them like a regular koozie as well. Just any kind of little drink koozie that they can use. I feel like this works really well too if the person you're crocheting for maybe is like a sports fan, and you can crochet it in like the colors of their favorite sports team. If you do color work crochet, you could even put like the sports logo on the side of the drink koozie. I love koozies because the possibilities for like the different ways to make them are pretty much endless, and yet they're so easy to make. Like, I love making koozies for people as gifts because it just doesn't take very much time at all, and I feel like everybody can use a koozie. Number five is one I keep meaning to make for me and Josh because we have so many baseball caps. A baseball cap wall holder. These are so cool. You literally like slide in each of your baseball caps and it like holds all of them. And y'all, I did not think that we had that many baseball caps because we're both more of like beanie and bucket hat people. But I was going through our hats recently and I was like, we have a lot of baseball caps, honestly. I'm like, I don't know where all of these came from. So I would love to make an organizer like this at some point in time. And something cool too, if you're someone who not only crochets but also macrames, there are some really, really cool versions of this that are macrame and they are just beautiful. They look like macrame wall hanging pieces, but they also hold your baseball caps. Sidebar, y'all, Tilly is so sprawled out. Oh, did I bother you? Did I bother you by moving the camera? Hello, little ovens. You're just so precious. You're just so precious. If you're crocheting something for a gamer, or if you're a gamer yourself, someone who is maybe a dice goblin per se, you can crochet them a dice bag. There are so many different dice bags. I think my actual favorite are the ones that like look like a mimic, or the ones that like look like the, what's the fish called that has like the lantern thing on top? I'll put a picture. I've seen really cool dice bags that are like crochet, but they're like that fish. Lantern fish? That seems wrong. You guys know what I'm talking about, I think, right? That the thing from Finding Nemo? I mean, the thing actually from the ocean, but I feel like I know it most from Finding Nemo. Anyways, these dice bags are adorable. You could also obviously keep this simple and just do like a little drawstring bag moment. I love these little dice bags. And if you're crocheting something for a dice goblin, or if you in fact are the dice goblin, these are a great thing to make. Number 7, I cracked up whenever I first saw this on Pinterest. I can't even really conceptualize exactly how to make this. They're drink mittens. They are drink mittens. So if you're crocheting for someone, or if you are someone who likes to go on a lot of walks in the winter and want to keep your fingers toasty, but if you like having a drink with you, maybe you go on morning walks with your coffee and you want to keep your fingers warm, but you still want to drink your coffee, make drink mittens. Literally one mitten is like a regular mitten with your little fingers, or at least the thumb, you know, and the fingers, I guess, usually with mittens. And then the other one literally has a drink holder built into the mittens. I feel like these are something that seems so practical and seem like you would use all the time, but I almost feel like they're almost more like a gag gift. Do you know what I mean? If you've ever made these, or if you've ever received one of these, let me know if you actually use them, because this is just one of those things that I feel like you think you would use all the time and then you make it and then you don't actually use it. Am I wrong? Would you guys use these? Like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I would absolutely use these, go on my little morning walks, have my coffee, like keep my fingers warm. And then I'm like, Holly, like, you don't even wear mittens when it's cold. Like, would I use this? They're so cute though. I feel like these would go over really, really well in like Dirty Santa, White Elephant, Yankee Swap. Like, I feel like people would be fighting over these. The next one is an idea actually from Josh. Whenever we were doing our Valentine's Day crochet ideas, I asked him, what would you want crocheted for you for Valentine's Day? And I'm sorry, Josh, I actually haven't made him one of these yet. It's on my list. He said he would like to have either a laptop case or like a case for his e-reader or an iPad. I love this. It's so customizable. You can make it however you want. Obviously, if you're making this for a gift, you need to know like the measurements for like their tablet or their e-reader or their laptop. But I feel like overall, this is something that anyone can use and you can make it completely customizable to whatever their style is. Number 9, a water bottle holder. I'm obsessed. I love making water bottle holders. Whenever we lived in LA for a while, I asked my LA roommates what they wanted me to make them for Christmas, because I don't know, sometimes I just ask people because like I don't want to make something and then not have somebody like it. And one of our roommates, Garrison, literally just said that he wanted a water bottle holder because he had this big water bottle, but it's glass and it was like always like banging up against things. And I had so much fun making the water bottle holder for him. And I honestly like always wanted one for myself, and I never did until recently. When I started my stash busting journey, I finally made myself a water bottle holder. It honestly just like makes taking my water bottle places a lot easier. I don't really have to like think about it. I can just put it on my shoulder and I'm like good to go. The last thing I'll say about water bottle holders is make sure you're using kind of like a thicker yarn. Y'all, I made one of these for myself in the past with like a worsted weight yarn, and then the moment I put the water bottle in it, it just like vroom, like drooped down so much. So I had the best luck using like a bulky yarn and also making the strap like really, really thick. You just want to make sure that it's sturdy and make sure that once you fill the water bottle with water, it's not gonna like really stretch out your project. Up next, we have a lanyard. Okay, real talk. I feel like when I was in college, everyone had a lanyard. Was that just like a thing because we were in college, or was that just like a bigger thing in like the 2010s? Do we still do lanyards? I feel like I don't know that many people now who do lanyards. I feel like everyone now does like the wrist lanyard, which is also a possibility of something that you could make. Y'all definitely have to let me know if lanyards were just like a thing because we were in college, or if they were just like a thing for the times, or maybe both. Literally maybe both. But either way, if you know somebody who could use a lanyard or would use a lanyard or would use the little wrist lanyards, I think they're still called lanyards. I'm not actually sure what they're called. The little things that go around your wrist to like hold your keys and stuff. These are super cool, super easy to make, super customizable for whatever their style is. You could also do this out of macrame. I feel like I'm seeing so many little crochet ideas recently where I'm like, ooh, I could macrame that. And I don't know, I'm just like really wanting to get more into macrame. Are you guys into that? Like, should we start doing some more macrame stuff on this channel? Because a macrame lanyard would be really cool. Number 11, a wallet. Y'all, the last time I made a wallet, it was out of duct tape. I used to love making stuff out of duct tape whenever I was a kid, like so many things out of duct tape. And one of my favorite things that I made was a wallet. Should we make something out of duct tape sometime soon? That would be kind of fun. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Crochet wallets are really cool. I would definitely recommend finding a way to like latch it, since it's probably going to be more likely to come open than like a leather wallet would or something. So definitely get like some Velcro or a little snap button or like a regular button, some way to like keep it closed. But little crochet wallets are really cool. I love crochet wallets also because they're really beginner friendly, but they look really advanced. It's just a bunch of rectangles just sewn together and then it makes a wallet. Number 12 is a classic we have to bring up, socks. Everybody needs more socks. And who would not love a custom little pair of personalized socks? Socks are actually something that I've never made. I don't know why I've never made like actual socks. I've made like a lot of holiday stockings, but never any like actual socks. I think they just intimidate me. I'm like worried about them fitting weird or something. But I don't know if you guys have any good like sock patterns for knitting or crochet, you'll have to drop them in the comments below. Up next, another classic, the sweater vest. Love sweater vests so much, so cool. You can do these in so many different ways. I'm actually kind of making a sweater vest right now. It's one of like the pentagon like vest shapes. It can either be like a vest you tie in the front, or you can make it as like a sweater vest or like a tank top. I love like the pentagon shape thing like this. It's really cool. Number 14, a messenger bag. Y'all, I found the best thrift find of my entire life. I will never beat this thrift find. I was at this like thrift market with a friend in Nashville a few weeks ago, and I found a leather messenger bag that was in perfect condition. And Josh has been looking for one of those for so long. And y'all, it was $20. $20? Are you kidding? Like leather messenger bags are usually like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which is why he didn't have one yet. So I bought that instantly, and he is obsessed and uses it like all the time. I love messenger bags. They're so cool. They're so versatile, and there's so many different ways that you can crochet them. Number 15 is pretty specific in a couple ways. If you are somebody who likes doing color work crochet, and if you're making this for someone who likes sports, or if you like sports, look at these sports banners. This is so cool. Like the sports banner kind of thing you hang up. I don't know anything about sports. Like I will just say it. I know less than nothing about sports, but what I do know is that these are really, really cute. And it doesn't seem like a ton of people have made these, because there's like a lot of patterns on Pinterest that I could find of these like sports banners, like all mapped out, like mainly for cross stitch. But from what I understand, you can pretty much use cross stitch patterns for crochet. You just probably need to do like a test swatch to see kind of like pixel for stitch, like how it would like compare. And I feel like you could also use this idea to like put the sports logo on like a scarf, or on like a koozie like we talked about earlier, or like on a blanket. Like there's so many different ways that you could do this to make such a fun gift for a sports fan. If there are sports fans in the comments, let me know like what other type of crochet gift you would like. Because I just really don't know anything about sports, like at all, like less than nothing about sports. But like I saw this and I thought it was cool. Is this actually cool? I don't know. Let us know. This next one we talked about in our Valentine's Day video, and I actually ended up making one of these for Josh for Valentine's Day, a fidget toy. These are so cute, and they're so fun, and they're so easy, and there's so many different ways that you can make them. For the one that I made for Josh, I literally just made like a crochet tube, and I put a couple marbles in it, and so you can just kind of like scoop marbles back and forth, and they like hit each other back and forth, and it's just like very, very, very satisfying. There's so many different ways that you can make crochet fidget toys. I love the ones that have the beads on them, and you like spin the beads. Those are like really cool. You can actually make crochet poppets. There's so many different types of fidget toys you can make. And while we're on the topic of kind of like toy kind of things and game kind of things, you can actually make little tabletop games out of crochet. I think the easiest one to make is probably tic-tac-toe, which I also made in the past as a little Valentine's Day gift. Getting a little bit more complex, we have checkers. And then if you want to go all out, I feel like you're somebody who has to be really, really, really good at making plushies and making teeny tiny little plushies for this. Chess sets. Can you imagine making a crochet chess set? I would love to make one of these for Josh in the future because he does love chess, but I don't think I can do it. Like, Josh, I love you, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of tiny plushies, and if you're a regular here, you know how I feel about plushies. Number 18 is a car caddy. Now there's so many different things you can crochet for your car, right? You can crochet like a steering wheel cover, you can crochet decoration, you can crochet little coasters, so many things. But I haven't seen many people talk about these car caddies. These are so cool and very, very versatile, very, very usable. They can hang on like the back of your driver's seat or your passenger seat. You can make it really custom for what you need. These car caddies are really cool. I even saw some that were like just specifically for tissues, which I feel like could be really handy during the allergy season months. Car caddies. Are we already to the last one? As always, I gotta check my list, make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I missed anything. Number 19, back strong with a classic, a blanket. Everybody loves blankets. Everybody loves blankets. If you are looking to make a blanket for someone and you need a good beginner-friendly blanket that's not going to take a billion hours, because literally some blankets do take so many hours. We did the math and it seems like my temperature blanket is gonna be like 180 hours. If you divide that out, that's 7 entire days. That's an entire week of my life. But a corner-to-corner blanket is a lot faster to whip up. Now this is still lots and lots and lots of hours, but I have made one of these before in a week. And not like saying a week, 24/7 crocheting, but I mean like crocheting a few hours every day for a week. Now I did make a corner-to-corner tutorial not too long ago, so if you'd like to check it out, I will link it above. I love these blankets. They're super, super cozy and they're super beautiful, and you can make them completely customized to the person that you're making it for. Well friends, I think that brings us to the end of another video. If you have more masculine crochet ideas, let us know in the comments below. And as I get more inspiration for more masculine crochet ideas, I will continue to add them to the same Pinterest board that's linked in the description. If you're new here, welcome to the Sunflower family. My name is Auna and we do new videos every single Monday. Sometimes they're crochet, sometimes they're cat videos, sometimes they're Renaissance fair, sometimes they're vlogs, sometimes they're DIYs, sometimes we're doing something in the magical fairy forest. It's just a little bit of everything that's cozy and quirky. Hope to see you in the next one.